Hello, my name is Abe and welcome back to Slay the Spire Downfall. Last run was Champ, I had to look because I didn't remember, and we're gonna be playing as the... Oh my god, we are actually gonna be playing with the automaton this time. Wait, what was this? Skin? Excuse me? Skin original. Skin champ. Skin laundry day champ. Her sword looks impossible for her to wield, but she's actually the only one strong enough to lift it. Okay, and then it's laundry day. Do the other characters have skins? I guess, you know what I think it is? I think when you defeat Act 4, you get a skin. The Guardian? The Guardian Chan? With an animated portrait type? Skin concept art? Okay, that one I like. What the hell? Hexago. Alright, that's pretty cool. And then skin Ghostagon. I had no idea this existed, but we're playing as the automaton anyways. Ascension 1, let's go. Arcatraz says too many Chans. Yeah, I imagine, you know, it took a special kind of individual to create this mod. Who cares? It's a automaton who was a very fun character to play as the first time we played as him. Let's do it. Take damage, obtain a random rare card, random common relic, colorless card, or random boss relic. I really like being able to get a free energy per combat. It lets you play the first card that you create off of functioning, which allows you to get a little bit further ahead of the enemies, which is really nice. I really like rare cards and rare relics, and you know, common relic, who knows what a good common relic for the automaton could be, but why don't we go for the rare relic and we can just rest later. Or not, because it's Peace Pipe. I was just saying, one of the most fun runs I've had in Downfall was that really thin deck run we had as the automaton. Well, now I have a way of actually making my deck even thinner. So Peace Pipe is bad early, but good late. I'm willing to try to, you know, I'm willing to give it a shot. Now, to remind myself and everyone else about how this character works, we have a function. When we play cards that encode, they get added to the function. When we get 3 cards in the function, then we get a copy of the function card that we can play. So we can encode go to, we can encode replicate, and then we have to shuffle to get one of these back in order to put it into the function. It's not a very good starting mechanic, but starting from like the second act, you can really ball out of control with these functions, like what we did. So, deal damage. Replicate gets added to the function, and then it also makes a copy into our discard pile. Go to doesn't. Go to just gets added to the to the function once, and it does not get added to the discard pile, because only replicate added a copy. And then we're just gonna strike you. Zip bomb. It's a fun. Well, do we want to slow play? So we're gonna do 15 damage next turn. You're gonna be at 15 HP. And we're gonna also do. I think we need to. Hold on. We're gonna do 15 damage next turn. We're also going to do an extra 12. We're gonna do 27 damage next turn. If I play the strike, we're basically guaranteed to kill you. But here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna play the defend, because we can play 2 defends next turn and just kill you on the turn after. So replicate gives us function, gives us a copy. Play it again. We have the energy, we have the strikes, we can kill you. Okay. Overheat, branch, fine tuning. Fine tuning is very interesting. Increases all numbers on encoded cards by 1, except cost. So you can make replicate, deal 6 damage, go to, draws 2 cards. And what we've had this card, or we've had this effect before, it's really good for like apply weak, apply vulnerability, gain blur, because it's 2 weak, 3 weak, 4 weak, as you keep playing these cards, but it does exhaust. Very interesting, but I think Overheat is really nice. Removes the next compile error. This is a card that we had on our last run as the automaton, which enabled us to take really risky cards that allowed us to get some extreme value. So I'm going to take an overheat. It's also just a good attack. Crystal, lose 11 max HP for a Shiv per turn. I'd rather just get the wing statue and see if we can find some like cool meta event progress for this thing. Duplicate a card, duplicate 2 cards for a random curse. I don't think we need to dupe a card, but I'll admit that duplicating overheat is at least a good attack added to the deck, I think. And I'm going heavy question marks just because I'm a bit silly. We can encode this to get rid of it, or we can kill you and do 6 damage. I think I'm going to kill you and do 6 damage. Now that remove error ability does stick around. We're going to take a little damage here. And I'm thinking we can now take, hopefully, very good cards that have compile error effects and then hopefully get out of them. Like this one, Backtrace. Innate deal damage encode compile error function exhausts. So we can take this and then probably, well, we have a pretty good chance of adding it to the function. And there's apply weak, but I think I'd rather just have an attack. The compile error being innate, because the card is innate, is pretty bad, but you can get a... You can get a... Just trying to look at my deck, see if anything is worth getting an upgrade on it. You can get a innate power that removes compile errors, and then we can remove overheats. I think I'm gonna take this. Upgrades 3 random cards, and it upgraded some pretty good stuff. 1 energy to purge that is not bad, but what I really like about this, we can't play this turn 1. I guess technically we could. What I don't mind about this is that we can just purge it at a campfire. Does this character have Mega Laser, asks Connie. We do actually have a Mega Laser. It's Ultima Beam or Giga Beam or something like that. So I think we are gonna play this because when we play Backtrace, Replicate, and we get the card again, this guy is gonna be basically dead and we just gotta kill him quickly. And we have overheats to do damage. So I think we just wanna race him down. And the best way to do that is just doing this. So it does have an error. Will overheat override that? No. So the error does get added only when you encode the card. I've only done this a couple of times. But you should die. You should die off of this because that'll be, well, I don't know. This will be 15 damage plus 6. We'll have to draw 2 cards. No, we'll draw 2 cards, get energy. I think we can kill you. We had to draw an attack off of that, and we did. Winged Boots, very nice. The next card you encode causes X copies to also be encoded. Piercing Shot, deal damage to all enemies in code. Gain block when encoded as the first card, increase its block by double. We'd have to draw this on turn 1 because we have this innate Backtrace right now, which is, backstab, don't lie to me game. But these are all encode synergies here. I'm trying to think about what I would like. We've not added a block, so a possible block card could be pretty good. I mean, one for 10 or 1 for 14 is pretty decent. I'm willing to give it a shot, I think. It's not a 10 out of 10 pick, but strike, deal an extra 3 damage. Early, that's actually pretty good for just doing raw damage. I kind of like it. It's gonna make the first boss a little bit easier, who is, I don't know what this is. Status Ironclad, maybe? I don't know, X Ironclad? I think we'll take it just to make the first floor a little bit easier. And then we'll go to the campfire. We do need to rest, but I think the first thing I'm gonna do is remove the dang curse that we've added. And then you can always bounce. I think we'll go question marks down to the campfires and hope that we live through this elite fight. Okay, free relic. Ink bottle. Ink bottle I think is worth it. Shop didn't really want to see you at all. So we can use constructor. I actually kind of like this. Constructor to give us block, then backtrace, then next turn hopefully get replicate, and then get a copy back that gives us extra block. So let's see. When encoded, increase. So we only get the main block when playing it, but because it's encoded, greatness. Good card. Now it gives us double block, and this is going to give us an exhaust. We're accepting that. I don't want the block this turn, so I'm not going to play go-to. This is an odd version of Spire, lol. Now we didn't get what we needed, which was replicate, so I'm just going to play defend. This guy's getting away. I didn't come here to go to a shop. In fact, the shop was random. So he's kind of a little bit of a rude dude being here right now. So this still exhausts, but I'll still play it because it's good damage. Drew a card, doesn't matter. I don't know, that back trace is kind of annoying because it is exhausting my cards, but, you know, on this fight it doesn't matter. We're actually done with the fight so quickly that that didn't really come into play at all. Insert a dazed, gain energy. Deal damage or block. The option not chosen is encoded. Gain block, insert a slime, sticky shield. I think this might be a pass, although branch is actually pretty good for controlling what you want on a fight. Like, do you want a lot of defense or do you want a lot of attack, because that's going to be encoded into the card. Format. Encode X+1 copies of fragment, gain energy, exhaust. Fragment, gain 4 block, deal 4 damage. So we can fill our deck full of 1-cost cards that are 12 block, 12 damage. I mean, that's actually not bad. Remove all debuffs, gain 1 strength, gain a random boss card at the start of your next 3 turns, bag of prep, Art of War. It's a feature. Whenever you draw a status or a curse, gain temporary strength and dex. So if you have an artifact, you can remove that. That plus Chemical X seems good. Well, the thing is that filling your deck full of 1-cost cards that are 12 block, 12 damage. I guess the idea is that it's not 12 block, 12 damage. It's 4 times 3 block and 4 times 3 damage. So in theory, if you get like strength or dexterity, like Sling of Courage, you can actually make this a lot stronger than it is on the tin. So you know what? It does seem interesting enough to give it a shot. Option not chosen is encoded, and I think that'll be it. Maybe a power potion just for the upcoming boss fight. And by boss fight, I mean elite fight. It's you again. It's you again! Well, let's see if we can draw a block. We didn't, so... And I know I'm going to be exhausting this card that I'm making. I'm okay with that. Okay, so replicate. We gain energy. And then I think we format. We've created a card that is gain 12 block and do 12 damage. And we can play it. Why is it? I don't know why it fires Tetris pieces. I'm gonna be honest, but that seemed okay, kind of. Do it. In fact, it's so good. Let's do it again. Although thorns are gonna make that actually pretty terrible. Gain an artifact. All enemies gain block. It's actually not that bad at all, and we have compile error prevention in the deck somewhere. Actually, I don't think we need a power potion. Also, we can play this at the end of turn. But I don't... Do we want it to exhaust? Do we need artifact? We don't need artifact. We don't have temporary strength or dex gain. And we have no status effects for the fight. Why don't you give me a power potion? clean code is probably what we're gonna take. It'll remove all of the compile errors we're about to add, and then we can just, yeah, and then we do this, and then we do this. We do have a defend. We can play this. We get a copy. Does 15 damage. You know what? Well, actually, we could play this and then this. Okay, we'll do it like this. I'll put up 5 block. Seemed kind of okay. And then I think this is a great turn for format. Will we gain energy? Yeah, we do gain energy by playing this, which you need in order to play the function that you generate. That actually makes a lot of sense. Okay, so we'll play format. We get energy to playing clean fragment. 24? That's 12? I might be able to kill you next turn. So we'll attack this guy. If we get an attack plus the upgraded card, we can kill you. Actually, our strikes do a little bit more damage, so we would have been fine regardless. If we can do this fight taking no damage, I'll be extremely happy. I'm gonna get block to take no damage, because as soon as we draw one of our like fantastic cards, you're dead. You got 3 HP. Okay, so we're kind of building. I hate to say we're kind of building the same deck that we had, but that's kind of this character. You increases all numbers on encoded cards by 1. We kind of are building the same deck because that's what this character does. They format cards. Okay, well, gain 1 strength in code. Compile error, enemies gain strength. Gain 1 strength. It does make your fragments better, but why not take a format because that card was so good? Well, because thorns. I do worry about thorns being a bit of a problem here. So why don't we go for the strength gain, and we can always compile error it away. I'm going heavy into the compile errors here, but I think it does work. It's just a little awkward potentially. Do we want to remove or smith? Maybe we'll try a smith on... Maybe we'll try a smith on the format. I'm just basically thinking about like the final boss and everything, and thinking about the fact that we're gonna need to not hit the boss over and over and over again if they get the thorns buff ability, but we'll figure it out. Let's draw. Well, that's kind of annoying. But I can probably kill one of you. Which I think I'll do. And then we're gonna take 3 damage. We should probably rest before the boss fight. Of course I hate resting, but we still probably should do it anyways. You're dead. Cleanse. Wild Strike, insert a wound. Bug Barrage. Cycle each status, dealing 7 damage for each. There are synergies that add in statuses to your own deck. I'm not a big fan of them, though. Let's rest. We've had a pretty good floor. We're gonna figure out how to work this deck in the future, and I would love to get one of those innate clean code cards, because then we can take all of the compile errors that we want, basically. No, you're... Oh, yeah. This is status Ironclad. I hate this guy. I hate this guy to an absurd degree. He adds so much garbage to your deck. So what are we going to do? We're going to remove compile error on backtrace, and we're going to play... bronze armor and defend. I kind of want bronze armor because I want the artifact. Even if he gains a little bit of block, what do I care? Then, deal damage, gain artifact. Kind of like the idea of gaining block. Yeah, I've got an idea here. Play this to gain attack. Then it'll add a copy to the function that is gain block. It also gives us artifact. You gain a little bit of armor, who cares? Then we can add Constructor as a big block card, replicate into it, play this for damage. We have, we're gonna take 1, I will accept 1 damage off of this. It doesn't seem too bad. Rawr! Screw you, buddy. Now, I would love to also have, there's another automaton card I really want, which purges statuses and curses. It's fantastic, because this guy's adding, like, basically 2 to my deck per turn, which is just terrible, and I hate you. There you go. You know, sure. Add 2 of those to my function. Now, the only thing I need is that card that gains strength, which I don't want to play because I don't want to give him strength, but I was going to say if we draw Overheat, we can play it. Yeah, so, oh, but I don't have the energy. Well, you know, in that case, let's just defend. It'll cycle around. But strength is disproportionately good on the fragments because it does have specific instances of doing damage. We'll just do it like this. Seems like a pretty good card. Oh, and the boot! Didn't even think about that. The boot makes it a little bit better. All right, we're taking 7. We're gonna be neither, actually, we're not. We didn't get made weak because he didn't apply the vulnerability. It's the same effect that happens on you, the character. It's just happening on this guy instead. Imagine that. We're gonna draw. Hey, at least we drew a wound, but look at our deck, man. It is just trash. I'm also basically, oh, we should have put up some blocks. Careful, careful. I didn't even think about it. We should, I don't know. We gotta be careful. We gotta be careful. We really do need to get one of those rare cards that remove compile errors, and then we can really build into the compile error deck, which I love. Fetch a card from your draw or discard at a days where it was. That's pretty funny. Upgraded, though, it's literally just fetch. Whenever you create or play a function, gain block and deal damage to a random enemy, and then another format. It's a good card, that format. It's not bad. We just don't have any dexterity or strength. We're gonna get some as we get the keys. Are there any like strength and dex gain cards for the automaton? I know the who's the construct? The guardian always has those gems he can be using, but maybe we'll just take a find and replace so we can fetch a card or a compile error negation if we need to. Astrolab, Cursed Key, Pandora's Box. I feel like we don't really need too much energy as this character. Kind of like Astrolabe just to purge like a couple of defends and a strike, or 2 strikes and a defend, and just see what we get. And I think I'm gonna go with 2 strikes. The strikes are better, but we have a lot more attacks in the deck just because we have Replicate, Overheat, Backtrace, and then we want to keep drawing these cards again that add attacks to the deck. So I think we want to get rid of 2 strikes and 1 defend. We got Assembly. Great card. Scry 8 encode encodable cards. Max output, you draw 1 additional card per turn, but you also add dazes to your draw pile. And then gain block when encoded as the first card, gain additional block. Not terrible. This is multiple silent. I don't even know what that means. Also upgraded, yeah. I mean, we upgraded a few cards, which is great. Replaced some strikes and defends. They're okay. You know, Constructor is literally a better block. Assembly is actually pretty good because we can just pull things from our draw pile and encode them immediately. I'm not gonna say this is like a 10 out of 10 get though. I feel like we could have gotten a little bit of a better payout, but it's fine. Now, I was gonna say, I actually kind of love format for this. In fact, I kind of like Constructor format just to put it into the deck, but if we just create formats, we can knock these birds down super easily. Also the boot too. Why don't we put a go-to? Oh no! It drew one card I didn't want it to draw. It's okay though. If we get another format, we'll be fine. Wait, no, I didn't take format. I took find and replace. Right, good point. You're doing 23 damage. Don't play this. don't play this. It still is 14 block to play it, so I kind of like it. And it only does damage once. And then we can play like 1 defend and take none. That's fine. I don't know what that sound was. I apologize. Is it like me? I'm like alt-tabbing. I have no idea. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Draw 3 cards. Good. Doing 10 damage. I can attack you 3 times. I can. It might give you block. Does dealt attack damage work through block? What do you think? I think we'll play max output, because it is draw 3, and it's actually draw 4. Assembly can pull in a Philosophize and a Backtrace only. Here's a question. Will this give us compile errors? Downfall seems to have weird audio bugs. I mean, it's a mod. I will give it the benefit of the doubt on that one. Actually, can we fetch clean fragment? We can. We can knock a bird down at the same time. I really like that, actually. We can do some additional damage here. So, pop, pop, pop. Then, if we assembly, we can bring in Backtrace. And I kind of want to just to see if it does give us a compile error. So I'm gonna do it. Oh, we can also scry through our garbage too. So scry this, don't scry this. So it did add the compile error. That's fine, because this fight's not going to go on long enough that that's going to matter, I don't think. Then, so I'm just trying to think. Giving them armor on this turn is not a huge problem. You'll be 1 hit away from death. Actually, why not just... Well, we should probably hit you if you're 1 hit away from death. So I'm gonna hit... We might have actually been better off knocking the bird down. In fact, why not just knock the bird down? Because if, you know what? If I play branch, we can't play the function. We're not gonna have the energy. If I play bronze armor, we will be able to play the function, but it's gonna also give them a whole bunch of block. 12 blocks. Who cares? Do it, because you can still kill one of them. And we'll kill the one that was trying to get back up. Okay, this is going just fine. Dun-dun-dun-dun. Bonic Lettuce says, Bronze Automaton seems to have a lot of zero-cost cards. Actually, not too many low-cost cards, but I guess the idea is that if you compile expensive cards, you're going to get a lot of value out of them. That's why a lot of the expensive cards have compile errors. So I guess it kind of makes sense that there are a lot of cheap cards that you can shove into functions to do whatever you want. I guess it does make sense. So I definitely want to kill you, then remove the strength gain on this, and I'll hit you once. So we finally have a card that gives us a strength scaling. It took a long time. It doesn't matter what I do to you, because you're dead. Oil Spill. Deal 5 damage and apply 5 poison. Compile error, insert a slime. It's not... Doesn't feel like a poison character, you know what I mean? Front load. Good block and function gains retain. Interesting. All enemies lose strength, gain burns. Also pretty good. Kind of like front load, because if we assembly this, we just get it for free. The good thing about assembly is that we can take expensive encode cards. Upon pickup, I really love the fact that there are events specific to characters. So like this is an encode related card, or an encode related event. We can gain bottled code, choose a card with encode, start with that card in your hand. So we could start with front load or constructor, and then put this as the first card in our compiled card that gives us a good block. We could start with artifact. We could start with maybe format, but the format is not encoded. Format creates cards that encode, so I don't know if that would actually work here. We could remove a rare card to get a full heal and 10 health, or we could remove a card, gain a card with encode. I feel like we'd rather do that, because it is a purge, and why don't we purge like a defend? What did we get? A constructor. I mean, it's literally a better defend. I'm not gonna say it's a 10 out of 10 reshuffle, but you know, it's fine. Gain money, lose health, gain a relic, and get a curse. Pride. Innate. At the end of your turn, put a copy of this card on top of your draw pile. It's terrible, however, we can probably hit up a shop and remove it. It's very terrible though. But we get a relic. Whenever you beat an elite, gain 1 strength at the start of each combat for the rest of the act. So if we kill 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 elites, we'll have 5 strength by the time we hit up the boss fight. I don't think that's worth the curse. Oh lord. 50% chance to lose health and gain money, 25% chance to lose less health but gain less money. Let's go less money. You slay him easily and take his souls, but when you turn for the other knight, he's already ran away. You loom over the knight, and rather than even trying to run, he simply cowers. He cowered to a bronze automaton. You know what? I actually feel like I should go to the shop to purge that curse. Also, I would love to look at the shop powers and see if we can get the one that I want. Yeah. You wonder what the automaton's alt relic is? I don't think I've seen it actually. The what is his name? It's not the Guardian. It's not the Champ. Maybe it is the Guardian. Whirlwind dude, Diamond Lord, Act 1 boss. His starting relic is the whole, take 20 damage, turn into defensive state. First time you do it per combat, gain 10 block. His alt relic is actually really good. Start in defensive state for 3 consecutive turns. It's actually like a 10 out of 10. A 10 out of 10, 10. Yeah. If I give you lots of strength. Yeah, Guardian, told you. Like if I give you Philosophize, all enemies gain 2 strength. You're gonna have 25 damage. If I encode this and then format, we can have 11 plus 12 block. So we can have like 23 block. I actually think we are okay doing that, and then we can gain strength for the rest of the fight. Tropic Brew, increase all numbers on encoded cards by 1 except cost. Maybe, well, well, the compile error gives you strength. I can just play this again to give me strength, in theory. Although, wait, we want to play, well, I don't know. So assembly's weird, because if you encode cards, you don't gain the effect of playing them. But we should play it because we can then get some good stuff for free on this turn. Like this this, and this. Well, no, because, hold on. Encode this, encode this, encode this. File function gains retain. And this. Then we're gonna play format. I actually think maybe you just like dump those. Then we try to go for it. I got a plan for this turn, is the thing. So you have 25 strength. I know, that kind of sucks. However, we hit you. We gain our strength. Then we can actually really like this. Construct format. That's way more strength than we needed. Let's go ahead and just throw that into the card. We haven't even punched down his armor though. This guy is gonna get pretty strong by the time we fight him later on in the game. However, now we can find and replace our sneaky wall. Gain more strength. Hit him again. Hit him again. He's gonna try to flee next turn. I guess I'm just gonna hit him. And then I will do no damage because I can't. Might as well do it like this then. Make the best card possible. Ah, we could have drawn another strike. Whatever. I don't know. I don't know how this is going so far. We don't need any more of those cards. Repulsor is a requirement. It's an incredible power. Gain block, encode, compile, heal. So that is... I really like this for healing. I also really like this for dexterity gain, because now the fortify cards or the fracture cards are actually worth a little bit more. And I know I'm adding cards here, but I think we're adding good cards. Definitely get rid of the curse. I almost forgot about it, but didn't. Okay, now we're not gonna fight a burning elite. We're just gonna go to the camp. We wanna upgrade. Yes, I specifically wanna upgrade Repulse because it's too expensive. Curses give you max health. I think we can take Sapphire Key. I'd like to fight the boss, the alt boss, see how it goes. We like to fight an elite. Why not? We have the boots, so we can always bail if we need to. I was actually kind of thinking Book of Stabbing might be who I want to fight, but what do I know? I'm definitely not going to give you strength. That seems like a terrible idea. What I will do, though, is Assembly. We'll put in anything expensive. So compile, gain dexterity. That's 2 cost. Front load, that's 2 cost. We're gonna dump bad cards that we don't want. And then we are also going to dump... What about a replicate on top of this card? Seems okay. So then we get retain, deal damage, gain block, deal damage, and we have 2 dexterity on top of it. We're gonna gain 13 block, which is enough. I think we'll play Repulsor to get rid of the dazes that we're gonna be adding ourselves. I think we will get a nice solid block in here. Wait. No, actually that makes sense. Well, does it? Increase its block by 5. I was kind of hoping the dexterity would make it trigger twice, but it doesn't. It says 10 block, but it's going to be 12 when it comes back into our hand. I kind of don't want this back trace. Dun-dun-dun, dun-dun-dun. If only had that card before the Ironclad fight. Yeah, I mean, that's why Repulsor is so good. And especially if we go to Act 4, the Act 4 Elite and boss fight, adding curses to your deck constantly is so annoying. Repulsor almost completely counters that. Okay, I'm realizing we don't need 3 Constructors. We also don't need Artifact. We can overheat Bronze Armor, Constructor, and gain a bunch of block. We can fetch a... We could fetch Format, but we're gonna draw that again next turn anyways, so maybe we do play a Constructor just to get some block out of this. I mean, it's too much block, though. If anything, I think we branch for block, and that way we get attack out of it. And I think I will give you 12 block. Or we could just play Overheat, but then we're taking damage. I'll give you 12 block, because my cards are better than your cards. I feel like we had too much energy on that turn. Gain block and code heal. We don't need to heal. That's pretty good. I think we will... Oh, I think we'll play this and then Format then. And Format's going to be really good because of our extra dexterity. Gain 16 block, 6 block, 6 block, deal 10 damage. We're fighting this guy very slowly, and we should probably use our potions to make this combat a little bit more, you know, easy. Don't give him strength. I could fetch... No, I can't fetch anything. Okay, well... Increase all numbers on encoded cards. Does this mean my deck or my hand? That's the question. I'm 24 damage. I can get 20 block. I'm not really doing a lot of damage. I can find and replace a... you know, if I find and replace a... and get a replicate, we can hit you. Which is basically what we want. What the heck? Draw or discard pile. Yo, that's a lot better than I thought it would be. Okay. So we can pull in... I still think we want to pull in a replicate, just to compile a card. But this is how we want the whole deck to play. We want to keep making these functions that are 1 cost and do amazing things. Like, get 28 block and do 10 damage for 1 energy. Yeah, that's a pretty good card, I think. We're gonna draw. You're doing 30 damage. You know what? I'll draw. It's fine. You're doing 21 damage. Well, I can... I'd really like to play Overheat so we can get Backtrace out. Doing 21 damage. This... I think we should just play Backtrace to dump it, honestly. So we'll do this. Just get completely wrecked. Hit him, we make a card. It exhausts, but we'll just save it for later. We're taking no damage. It's a bit of a slow fight, but it's getting the job done. This will do 13 damage. I mean, with Overheat, we definitely have you. We got Lizard Tail. Not a bad relic to have. And another Fortify. I think if we want, we can build into Format with Strength Gain and Fortify. And because we have Assembly, if ever we get a Fortify on the cheap, we love it. Because it's Dexterity and then just, you know, garbage damage, but it's Dexterity. That's the big one. So I kind of like it. Even though I don't really understand what I'm doing at all. Gain 3 dexterity. Man, that is actually really good. Find and replace. It just doesn't add the days, but we have Repulse, so that's not a big upgrade target. I guess Fortify. Good dexterity gain. And then, honestly, go fight another elite, I guess. We have five encoded cards in hand. Is this My dream or my nightmare? Well, probably a constructor. Backtrace bronze armor, but it's going to give you a lot of blocks, so maybe we want to try to kill you first so that you don't gain the block by using a potion. I'll use a potion. I got no problem with that. So then we will... Constructor. Yeah, why don't we make one good spell? And by spell, I mean card. Gain block. We can do exactly 27 damage. We don't need Fortify. And now that we have what we need, why don't we just make one garbage card? Like, this card is going to be exhausted, and it's going to give them block, but whatever. You know, let's get it out of the deck. Is this any good? We play Constructor, we get 14 block. If we play Go-To, we might be able to draw something even better. I think I'm going to play a Constructor, gain block. I know you gain as well, whatever. Take 14. We're going to take 5 damage. I'm okay taking 5 damage. I mean, we have a card that literally heals us anyways. Repulsor gets rid of your wounds. And we have Assembly. Assembly is also a card that we love to see. Yes. 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 So we'll Assembly. Front load because it's expensive. I don't want to give them strength, but I actually feel like I might do it, just put Constructor on the front card, but we're going to gain 15 block. Maybe I don't want to give enemies strength. Maybe we will just do this. Create a running Walsey. Gain a bunch of block. I think we're not going to play format on this turn. Just because it's going to encode one copy. Nah, let's save it for later. We're going a little bit more slowly here than I would like, but I think that's fine. We can now max output and get more draw. Thank you for making my deck a little bit better. Deal 18 damage, gain 10 block. And then I think we'll format to make a good function. And I'll do another 18 damage to you. You're so close to dying. Never mind, I have a replicate, you're dead. Do we want to play find and replace? No, it's gonna add a daze and do nothing. Philosophize. Well, we need block, so I mean, I guess it's a retain card, but I guess we'll just, you know, gain block. Disposable account says, I've been lurking since mid-act 2, how you doing? I'm doing fine, I hope everyone's doing fine, and hello, Disposable. Yes. Gain strength. Yo, I just realized we can put this card on a card and gain strength every time we play it in combat. That actually makes a lot of sense. I don't know why I didn't think about that. Okay, this elite fight is going just fine. And actually, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna find and replace. We're gonna cause ink bottle draw. But we can get repair, heal, and then kill you. Got pen nib. Pen nib's pretty good. We don't need fragment. We have the card that multiplies the fragment. Encode compile. If this is the last card of the function it gains, play this again. What? Yes, that's amazing. That seems like a great card. Now, do we want to flip-flop once? No, let's not spend our last remaining winged boot charge. We'll just go this way. It's another fight. Honestly? Get smacked. Dun-dun-dun, dun-dun-dun. Don't give him strength, though. Last card of the function, it gets play this again. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to branch and gain block. Terminate. So now this card has play twice. So gain 8 block, deal 14 damage, deal 24 damage, but in, you know, discrete bursts. Terminator seems like a great card to have. And with Assembly, if we get lucky, we can specifically create a function that has Terminator on it out of 8 cards from our draw pile. Now this is actually a really bad turn because we have nothing to block with, except we can draw. So Assembly is what we want here. We want to put up a... What about Fortify? What about Constructor Fortify? It'll be 15 block plus 5. It'll be 20 block. Luckily, that didn't draw what I wanted. But we'll dump this and this. We'll dump this. Next turn, we're drawing these two. I don't think we need Repulsor. And if we're going to encode, we might as well encode these two. And so we've already gained 5 decks. We're hitting you. Oh, the repair is here. Okay, well, if the repair is there, let's not play anything else, because if we encode next turn, we can get this card into our hand, play it, and repair. We don't need to repair. I'm thinking already thinking about this far too hard. We don't need to repair. Choose one of 3 random cards to encode. Repeat until you create a function. What? It seems like a lot of fun. Kyo's clever concoction. We don't need dexterity. Machine oil is, I think, still okay. Choose an encoded card to return to your hand. It gains retain. Encoded card. Encoded card. So what do we want to bring back into our hand? Philosophize, front load, fortify, Terminator. I guess there are cards that we would like. We'd have to pay for it the second time around because it won't be encoded for free thanks to Assembly, but actually I think our deck is fine without Fit Shift. Only's Troll, welcome. How you doing? This isn't Rungeon in the Gungeon, it's all fake. You're an imposter. You distract him a little. I'm gonna whack him from behind. The game distracts me. I don't have the opportunity or time to read chat, which is all on me. Okay. Well, I think I'm going to kill you. Then we have a good function that's not going to have an error. Then I'm going to... We have Pen Nib. Let's replicate. And then I'm going to attack so that this card gains block. I don't want to have one card that does 30 damage, because if I have to kill a gremlin, that might be overkill. I hate having all this encoded cards in our hand, but we can Assembly. Do we want a Constructor first? Well, really what I want to do is get like a free Fortify. But let's Assembly and see what we get. So just dump strikes and defends. We don't want to give him strength if we can avoid it. I don't mind giving them block, I think. But we're gonna create the card on this turn, which actually means maybe it's a great turn to give him block if we're not really doing damage or caring about the damage we're doing. So maybe we just want like a Fortify bronze armor. And then I mean, in theory, we could put another Fortify inside of it, but like, I think this is totally fine. I'm okay playing a Constructor if it's not the first card, so I think this is okay. Deal damage, gain artifact, gain dexterity. Yeah, let's do it. You know what? No, let's do this. Let's do this, and then it retains. There you go. Now we don't have to play it on that turn, so it's gain 14 block, deal 11 damage, and now we have 3 dexterity, so the format is really good. Okay, we're figuring it out. It's slow, but we're figuring it out. Figuring it out. $11 damage. Let's draw. Because I kind of like this to just get a kill, and then format won't work the way we want it to work. What about a... I mean, I could just play format, and then we have 3 strength. How did that happen? Oh, because we're killing elites. Broken Tooth is activating. Maybe we do want to just format then. And just hit you for 21 damage and kill you. I think that's okay. You still live for a turn, but whatever. Crazy Mammals, welcome. Hello. Only Troll says, I'm hoping for Monster Train after this run. We could also play a Returnal. That game's been a lot of fun. Oh yeah, it's Abe. He's ignoring chat for like 10 minutes. Must be him. Hey, wait a minute. Deal 11 damage. So this'll kill you. Put another replicate in there, and then we have 1 energy. What would I like to add to my hand? Well, actually, let me look at your damage. You're doing damage. So if you're doing damage, you're doing 36. I would very much like to get more block. How do I get more block for 1 energy? Clean fragment. Actually, you're doing 36. This gets us there and gives us an artifact, but we don't really need the artifact, but like, why not play it because it gets us there? That card getting us a card from our discard pile is just absurdly great. You know what, sure, give me a Terminator. I mean, it's 8 block and like 27 damage. We have Pen Nib. Yes, I will play this and kill you. It's pretty good. We're not taking any damage on these elites, which is surprising. Stilled Chaos, no thank you. Play a card of each encoded card they do not encode. Play a card of each encoded card they do not encode. Play a card of each encoded card. What does this mean? Play a card of each card that's been encoded this combat? Like, this is what I want. Null Pointer is great. Iterate also has a strength bonus, but Null Pointer is an insanely good card as long as we play it after we have given ourselves Compile Resistance. A long line of hooded figures can be seen entering an unassuming cathedral. The moment you enter the cathedral, the figures turn to you. Your ears are near instantly filled with a cacophony of gasps, cheers, and calls. One of the cultists approaches you with an offering. Gain a cultist potion, obtain ritual dagger, or lose the wing statue, which does nothing. Gain many rewards. Sure? Take the ritual dagger. And the cultist potion. Okay, so we get like 1 of each. Upgrade ritual dagger. Yeah, okay. The cultists surrounding the leader provide him with replacements, and soon, with his own dagger and potion in hand, he gestures for you to follow in his actions. Mimicking the cultist leader's ritual process, you uncork the potion and gently pour a small amount of it over the blade. The steel seems to glow an eerie hue in the cathedral's light. Without a single word or gesture from the cultist leader, Two cultists step forward, one to you and one to him. It is now painfully clear what they want you to do. Kill with the ritual dagger. It's been upgraded. The surviving cultists could not appear happier. They wave their sticks in celebration and continue to call out a cheering caw as you exit the cathedral. That's great. What the hell? As you continue your tireless descent, it's a great artwork. You have come across the original factory. You remember being here for your own assembly. Again, it's my own, event. When you meet the Shaper for the first time, each one of the ancient constructs they create is as perfect as yourself. There are parts from the old prototypes that could be of use, but it will require activating them. Gain Proto Beam. Deal 5 damage 1 times. Encode, compile, gain strength. Gain block encode, compile, gain 4 plated armor, and insert 2 dazes. It seems like a terrible card. Fight both, gain both cards. Here's the thing, I don't want these cards, because they actually seem terrible. The strength gain from Proto Beam is a one-time only thing, and the card only hits 1 time. I guess you could upgrade them, but what do they upgrade to? You know what? Let's add the cards. Why not? Fight both. Proto Dono Deca. Half HP and their strength down. We got Assembly on turn 1, which is freaking great. So what do we want? Probably Constructor, Fortify, Replicate. It gives us a usable card. What do we not want? Defend, defend. I do want an Overheat to play it, although we're going to probably take damage as a result. I haven't seen these dudes in a while. You know what? That's a very good point. Does this count as elites? Good question. Yes and no, it's a boss fight after all. We're going to get format next turn. This is fine. Deal 23 damage, gain 12 block. Pretty good card. Let's also create a random function. You think this is going to encode with a compile error? I can repulse break, but gaining energy might be nice on the turn, actually. Boost. Gain block, encode, compile, gain strength. Yes, that's pretty good. Iterate, deal damage X times. Also seems really good. Buggy boost. So we'll definitely play Repulse. We're adding garbage. I think we will hit you. I will hit you. Gained energy. Let us branch into damage because we don't need the block on this turn. And then, honestly, function exhaust. You know what? Go ahead. I don't like that card anymore. I think it's not good enough anymore in the deck. Can I just kill you? 40. I can do 50 damage. Actually got Ritual Dagger upgraded. That's a pretty good one. I think I will gain Artifact and just not play that card. I know that we got rid of our exhaust, but that's fine. Oh, they didn't gain block. I wanted to play Null Pointer. Okay. I guess I can find and bring it back, but then I don't even have the energy to encode this. So, you're doing 20 damage. Find and Replace is such an unbelievably great card. Like, we should bring back format. Gain 18 block, do 30 damage. He's gonna hit me for 2. And I have a repair in the deck. I definitely think we do this. There's our repair. I think we can do good damage. I actually feel like it might be better to, well, why not? I want to gain the strength, but why not just play a repair and then smack him? You're hitting for 20. This is actually a pretty okay turn. We're on pen nib. This will be gain 12 block. It's actually exactly as much as we need. Are you dead? No problem. Add a Proto Beam to your deck. Compile, gain 2 strength, deal 5 damage 2 times. And then, I like that we can optionally skip them. Add Proto Shield to your deck. What is the upgrade on this? Gain 6 plated armor. I don't think 6 plated armor is actually worth all that much, but I'll add him to the deck because we fought for him, I guess. Gain energy, add a void. Turbo is definitely playable because the void will be removed in all likelihood at some point. And once you get through the deck once, you don't need energy anymore. I'm gonna take it because it actually does have some synergies here. I think I also like the idea of gaining health. I also like the idea of maybe getting the key. It did count as an elite. We've got a lot of strength then. Thick deck, here we come. Yeah, this is definitely a lot thicker of a deck than the last time we played, but you know, we gotta branch out. Silent mirror image. It's very annoying. Gain block. Gain dexterity. Well, I can literally get enough block off of this and then this. Why am I vulnerable? Excuse me? What happened? You have bag of marbles. You made me vulnerable. What the heck? Okay. Yeah, let's do this and then gain block. So it's a very block heavy card. I could backtrace to do the damage right now, but let's not worry about that. I really need clean code. Clean code and then just remove all of our cards thanks to Peace Pipe, which I've only used like twice. Deal 10 damage 1 time. What a great card. Find and replace. I think we'll find and replace assembly and get that done now. So we definitely want fortify. Dump the strike. And then I do think we want a dump the defend. You might as well get repair encoded on this turn, and then I guess the answer is you do nothing else on the turn, which is kind of annoying. I want turbo because I want to turbo into the X cost card, ideally. We'll do this. We get a card that does a lot of damage. Here's the question: can I hit the phony? I will take. I was gonna be happy taking 1. Instead, we take 0. You're a very annoying fight, though. This is also a very, like, terrible turn. However, I can terminate and then have it cast twice, which is, I guess, something. We also picked up an overheat. That is worth playing turbo for. It did hit you the second time around, but now we can have no compile errors. I'm actually gonna wait for null pointer rather than gain the strength. Why are there 2 silents? Because the silent has seeing double. They summon a doppelganger and then we have to hit the right one. We do want max output. We didn't draw the card I wanted, but we can draw that later because we retain remove errors. I think what we would like is just maybe a big ass format. so we can get a lot of block on this turn. Constructor format is also pretty good. Let's actually do that. It gets that card encoded, and we have a pretty decent hitting card. We hit the wrong one. Let's give ourselves an artifact. We're taking no damage, though. We're also not weak. The Silent also has Paper Crane, which is a little silly. Oh, we gotta overheat the null pointer. That makes sense, right? I think I hit the right one. At least this card is usable now. And then why don't we just backtrace, replicate just to get that card out of my deck. As we are, you know, compiling our cards, we are thinning out the deck, which is kind of the point. You're doing 20 damage. I can gain 20 block. You know what? There you go. I gained 24 block. At this point, our cards are just so good that we're not really suffering. But that's kind of the point, isn't it? Do 5 damage 1 times. Play this card again. What a lovely card that is. I'm actually gonna get front load into my function. And we got rid of a daze too, so that means that void is not really a problem. Well, okay, we did draw the void, but that's fine. At least playing that card twice does, we are unpended, does quite a bit of damage to the Silent here. You're doing 9 times 5, which is 45. We're gonna take 5 damage. You blurred your block. And we got another turbo, which is really freaking good. So I will play that turbo. I'll smack ya. Smack ya. Smack ya. Construct. Smack ya. And you have 13 HP. I like this character because you can get really strong cards, and then that's your entire deck. No, I wanted to kill you with Ritual Dagger. Ship it. Deal damage for all your statuses. Retain, gain strength, transform a status into this. For 1 energy, that seems pretty bad. 1 energy for 1 strength. Transform cards become a random card of any rarity. Random card of the same type. And then another Find and Replace. Find and Replace is insanely good. That's good enough, but that's not a clean code. Slimes are not a problem once we play Repulsor, so this is an easy take. If you didn't have Repulsor, that would be better. I mean, it would to get rid of statuses, I guess, but I don't want to pay 1 energy to get rid of a status. This is totally fine with Repulsor, it's just free energy. In most situations. Now, Thorns. Thorns are a bit of a problem with our build, but that's fine. I think I actually want an assembly. I'll make a big block, and then I will assemblize something. So we want expensive. Play again. Gain block, retain. So we can keep it retained as a great block card. And then we need to make another card. We'll make another card with Proto Beam. We'll leave Terminator here. Because actually I can go to Terminator and make a copy, I think. It's a lot of block. So we can go to... And then Terminator will make it draw twice, but we're kind of out of energy. Backtrace means I can actually play it. We do need block, I'm realizing. I don't want to play this to gain 30 block on a turn in which I'm not really doing much. You know what? This is actually enough block, I think. So why don't we play this? And we'll play it again. And then I will backtrace. And I didn't want to draw Ritual Dagger because I can't kill you with it, but that's fine. At least we're taking no damage. Segus Jr., welcome. I just came back from dinner. How is Spire? Spire is honestly a lot of fun. How do we want to do this? Can find and replace a format. Should have opened with a constructor, clearly. You know, this is an awkward turn. I think I'm just gonna find and replace a overheat. Just to wipe you. We get a branch. I'll do damage. Do you add garbage to my draw pile? I remove the garbage. I attack the darkness. Pen Nib kills you. Then deal 9 damage, deal 13 damage, gain 8 block, gain 12 block. You know what? You've convinced me. And then you know what? You convinced me again. Well, you got 5 HP. Anything will kill you now, as long as I put up some block. By the way, there's 30 block. I want that card that is Blur. Deal damage, scry, encode, compile, draw. The scry is nice, but heal the full. Nah. Gain a potion relic. Fight, gain a potion relic and 3 potions. Pardon? The woman in blue. Lady in blue. What are you doing here? We might be able to get null pointer into a card. Let's see. Assembly. We can get null pointer into a card. Dump this, this, this. If I dump this, I can draw it, or I can just dump it and then I draw this, because this is the top of my draw pile. But we want to dump this, and then we want to dump... Hold on. I think cards get encoded in order, so we actually want this first because it's constructor, then we want fortify. We want to dump one of the overheats, because we have an overheat for the card that we like, so then we confirm. And it did work like that. Then we want to play a card to draw. Oh, we need energy. We don't have the energy. The best thing I can do is this. I mean, we could still just do it like this. This is definitely not how I wanted it to go, but there you go. There's overheat, and there's our block card. I feel like that was a bit of a waste. I didn't have the energy to do what I needed. She throws potions, so she's buffing. Honestly, gain block, draw card, ×2? Yeah, why not? I don't think we'll play it on this turn, because there's nothing that we really want to draw. We'll just do it like this. Plated armor artifact. You think she's gonna run out of potions eventually? Compile, insert dazes. We've played repulse. Yep. Gain an artifact. I mean, why don't we just gain a lot of block on this turn? Bronze wall. Retain artifact, block. We'll replicate. Replicate is a card that maybe we want to dump out of the deck at some point, just because it is self-replicating. You're going to inflict a negative effect. Don't know what that means, but I will, hopefully. If you never attack, we could just play Constructor, but I think you just attack with potions. Maybe she smoke bombs. We gotta kill her. That's a good point. We gotta kill her. Kill her faster. Kill her faster. In which case, we're on Pen Nib. Do we have a good attack card? No. we've not constructed a good card yet. I think I'm gonna gain strength. And I'm gonna gain more strength. Even though we give her strength. So we're vulnerable, but the first debuff didn't apply. Did get format. We also have null pointer. So we could put null pointer in a function and then gain like 40 block basically. But we're 5 decks up, so this is already 9 block. Wouldn't we rather just Constructor format then? We're very, like, defensively focused here, I think. Do we want a turbo? We can find and replace turbo, and then we could play like a strike. We have no energy. I think we just end turn. It doesn't seem to be particularly dangerous, you know? Like we'll overheat. Okay, we'll find and replace a null pointer, because now I can play it. And then I will just do a lot. You know what? This actually seems like a very good turbo turn, because then we can gain strength, do damage, hit ya, and get rid of a slime. And put up 71 block that's gonna go away next turn. Dun, 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 dun. 29 damage. I can certainly double the damage of this, so it'll do 58. Toy Ornithopter. Pretty nice relic there. Overheat Repair Plus, Safeguard, Gain Block and Code. Just a garbage card. Skip these. Liquid Memories, Strength. Potion, Entropic Brew. Was that an elite? Where are we? I think it was an elite. Give me a tag potion. I like creating cards out of thin air, I think. Dude, we also have to kill the merchant at some point. We'll have an opportunity on the next floor to finish him. I actually really like the idea of fighting him and then bouncing, or we could actually go down here, bounce into the merchant here, and then still fight an elite. That's actually probably better because we get question marks. You are an annoying fight though. I don't like these guys. These guys. We want to fetch. We got no blocks, so we'll probably fetch. We could fetch like a front load. I think you always want to fetch assembly. Didn't mean to click that. Constructor, front load. Dump that. I think we're gonna draw null pointer, which is kind of terrible. I mean, it's block, which I don't need that much of this turn. And then, I guess, gain strength? Oh, it only gives you 1 strength. Deal 5 damage, gain 1 strength. What a terrible card. You know, what if I just pay for Fortify and we gain the Dex? Then we can just play it just to dump it. They don't give status effects. I don't really want to play this one. Sure. Why not? I think that was a pretty garbage turn though. However, on this turn, I like the idea of finding replacing a format so we can actually do something that keeps us alive on this turn. It's not going to give me the most block ever, but I think it is good enough. Block. Okay, maybe it could be a little bit better. Let's use a potion. All of your statuses. Transform all cards in hand into Minor Beam. Deal 5 damage in code. Yeah. Never seen this card before. So, all of this will get turned into a Minor Beam, which we can use to kill you because it's an encoded card. Well, no, the Minor Beams are encoded card. So I think we want to replicate. We can't play it, and now I'm gonna lose it. And I'm still gonna do it. I attacked the wrong enemy too. I'm just drawing cards at this point. Feels good. Yeah, it makes a lot of sense actually. You're still there, huh? Deal damage? Well, deal damage, Terminator. Deal damage, deal damage. Oh, that was pendant. That makes a lot of sense, actually. Gain block, strike ya. Draw +1 next turn thanks to the bottle. Could be doing this a little bit better. Well, I mean, this is our turn, so I will. Well, guess I'll do it like this. Constructor, build sadness. I love the card names. Game block. Do damage. Just trying to get them close enough to get killed with Ritual Dagger, but also our deck is not where I want it to be. Still fine though, like we still have cards. Yo, this, I see. Your deck just becomes Minor Beams after a while. That actually doesn't sound like such a bad card. Let's gain strength. Got Pen Nib. Can't play that card. Damn it. Gain 1 strength, do 7 damage, do 7 damage. Can you stack Ritual Dagger with these slimes? No. As soon as you kill, you have to kill the last slime with Ritual Dagger for it to count. I'm not going to do that because I don't think we can get there, so I'm just gonna kill the slimes. It has to be the last one, though. This is actually a heal for 10 with Ornithopter. Gain block and code. No! It's not good enough. Yo, we gotta get the key nonsense too. Gain curses. I think the answer to that is no, so why don't we go for a rare relic? Although with Repulsor, in theory, it could dump a curse, but I'd still much rather not worry about the curses in our deck. So we fight ourselves, which is, you know, there he is. Well, that's my turn. Mirror match. You have the pipe. I'd be able to remove one here, and then one here. So I'd still have one for the Burning Elite fight. Nah, I'm totally fine with where we're at. Just want a format? Like add 5? Well, I'd rather maybe spend 1 energy then play this, and then we can have a Terminator. I'll be back to play my cards. So let's see what we get. Dump this. Expensive. I don't care if you get block. Add block to it. Add more block to it. Add this to it. We're gonna draw a find and replace, which is pretty good. Gain 13 block, gain 17, 8, and then 7 block. I like the insane block build cards you can get. This is almost a perfect constructor too. It's just constructor, constructor, and then whatever that third card was. So we'll play this. We're gonna draw. I think it was find and replace. Gotta be honest, I actually kind of like this, and then getting into a turbo. And then we can go to Terminator. What is happening? We can find and replace turbo, gain more energy. Constructor, overheat. Get a whole bunch of card draw. We're looking for void binding, whatever the hell it was. We didn't get it. But hey, why don't we gain strength and then stop you from gaining strength? We have an overheat null pointer in the draw pile. You know what? We're also on pen nib, we can do 30 damage, but let's gain the strength. I feel like a setup turn is totally fine, because that's kind of what you want to do with this character. You want to build these setup turns where you can actually get good cards in your deck, and then you can just draw them, and then for 1 energy get like 40 block. Like this. Well, not 40 block, but it does get played twice. I'm also firing Tetris pieces at you still. I'm not entirely sure what's up with that, but... And then we'll gain block. I think I will just dump a slime. Oh, ink bottle draw. I thought Repulsor drew that for some reason. And you are immediately hyper beaming me without a second setup turn, which is a little bit disrespectful, but I tell you what. There's 64 block. Dun 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 dun. Why is the mirror match boss bigger than you? You know, I was actually wondering the same thing. I just didn't say it. Pocket watch. Another repulsor, another turbo. I mean, discarding 2 statuses and 2 curses per turn is not bad. It really helps to keep your deck thin. I kind of like it. And now we're back. With no music. Instead, we just have... It's really interesting when you turn off ambient music effects. Gonna save and quit. Music played the fight. I'm gonna continue. Ah, way better. There we go. Okay. That's the music I know and love. Right, we're on Pen Nib 2. That's more than enough block. Smack you. 6 damage 1 time. All right, I'll hit you. And this does 16. They're so close to being dead, but they're not actually killable. You know what? I'm just gonna hit you with that. Even if that card exhausts, we'll just make it a bad card. Actually, a format here does make it into a pretty bad card, which I think I kind of like. Although we can only play one of them because of our energy reserves. Ugh. God damn it. Well, I guess I'd rather play this one. I forgot we only get one energy out of it. So we're gonna finally take kind of a bunch of damage. If there was a boss to do it, it would certainly be, you know, this one. Assembly. I still can't think of a reason why you wouldn't want to just play Assembly first. Expensive card and block, and then fill up your hand, get rid of those, like it, don't need it, because we have a second one in hand right now, although maybe we want to play this one later, and then if we play 6 cards, we can find and replace, but that's probably not going to happen. So, gain 20 block, do 11 damage. Why are we weak? Did Reptomancer weaken me? It seems strange. I don't know if I can kill you. I can if I use Null Pointer, but we're gonna make a bad card. Maybe we're okay with that. Maybe we're totally okay with that. Yeah. It's Turbo, Repulse, Null Pointer, Bronze Armor. We get a card that doesn't do anything, but then we can repair, find and replace. Max output, philosophize, overheat. I think we want to get a repulsor or an overheat. I'm gonna go with a overheat. Da 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 da. Connie says I was hoping for the eerie ambient fight. I've done that before though. It is very eerie, admittedly. The first 2 status or curses each turn, exhaust and then draw. You'll love to see it. Then we can fortify. Yeah, we want to fortify. We want to philosophize. It'll be removed. We can find and replace something that costs 1. We want to terminate this. 8 block and 16 damage. It's not bad. Problem is, if I bring something back, I can't play the card because I only have 1 energy. So I'm like, what do I do? I guess give me strength, and then I'm gonna get a turbo back so I can keep playing cards. Unplayable. Unplayable. Gain 9 block, deal 16 damage, deal 24 damage, gain 15 block. Of course. Why didn't I think of that? It's a good, clean fragment. I love the weirdo cards. Hold on, I gotta read this. Reptomancer update to downfall when? Reptomancer. Oh yeah, Reptomancer, good point. It's just a hit things really hard, sometimes summon knives that hit things really hard character. I guess you could have like a build where you kind of summon orbs and you fire the orbs, but the orbs are actually knives, kind of like other characters. Although I kind of like the idea of it being, I mean, let's think about it. You have poison, goop, and soul burn. Isn't this kind of like soul burn? Like, for the next 2 turns, do 8 damage and increase the damage by 8 by the next 2 turns, and then you can have stacking knife damage that just stab, 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 stab. What about Book of Stabbing? When do we get to play as the Book of Stabbing? Every turn, increase your strength by 6. Now we're talking. Anyways. I need to get some block. Let's give block, and then if I terminate it, I'm not gonna be able to play it. That's fine. Just put it, create the card, make it good, play it later. Dude, being able to purge the voids still lose energy, but being able to purge the slimes, the garbage, it's so nice. So nice. Now, where's the knife? The knife is in the draw pile. As such, I am going to play nothing. I will wait for it to show up. Play this again. Draw, unplayable, draw one card. All right, you know, fair enough. I guess what we can do is this. And then this. And then we take no damage. And we know we're guaranteed to get the knife. Also, our draw is absurd with Pocket Watch sometimes. I really like this character. Another Fortify. Cost 1 less for each function, gain block. Gain 1 strength, transform a status. The problem is that if we have Repulsor, we're not going to get statuses, are we? So I think I just want another Fortify for gain dexterity. The dex gain is getting out of control. Blood Vial, not really what we wanted. We have the money, and we need to do this now, so we can do it again later. I think I'm actually going to remove Backtrace. I don't think it's good enough anymore. It's a card I added in early so that we could get value out of early damage, and it worked, but now we want our cards to survive more than one turn. Deal 86 damage, all right. Yes. Okay, what do we want? Well, we're not gonna be able to draw, but find and replace would be sick. I suppose giving the enemies block on this turn is not bad at all. I don't think we need Repulsor. I don't think the fight's gonna last that long. Find and replace is always good with Turbo and Overheat and max output. That's a great turn for the future. I had to draw it now. At least we can do this. Smite one creature is an awesome card effect. Dude, I love when you get a good Ritual Dagger. It sucks early because you gotta put so much effort into it, but I guess that's the truth with a lot of cards, isn't it? I love this card, except it sucks early. Trying to think. All right, here's what I'm gonna do. Now I don't have to think. Now we just play our cards. Deal a bunch of damage. Would you like to do some more damage? And hey, we can do some more damage later. Beautiful. I think people, well, do people undervalue Turbo or do I just overvalue Turbo? Such a good card. 2 strength, 2 dex, 2 burns. Yes. Scry and code compile draw. It is really nice to scry, but I don't want it. Healing 7 Nemesis shouldn't be too bad. I hate Null Pointer on turn 1. Ooh, I love Null Pointer on turn 1. In fact, here's what I'm gonna do. If you thought, or if you thought to yourself, is Abe going to Turbo? The answer is yes, Abe is gonna Turbo. What do we want the card to do? Probably play your expensive cards early. We also got an Assembly. I'm willing to play it. Even though we're not going to make a card that's good for us, we can still make a card that's good, or at least prepare it, like Constructor, Terminator. Now we've got a great block card in the deck. But you know what? Dump Terminator, we can play an encode card next turn with Terminator and then get the card back for block. We did put up 48 block, but like all my cards are mixed use, you know. They get created and encoded with different effects on them. So terminate. Well, Fortify just gives us dexterity immediately. Let's start there. Build Sadness F. F's in chat. It's 25 block, but it's still good. We're gonna get another turbo out. At least with the boot, we're still doing damage and we're incrementing pended, so I'm fine with that. Now, 18 damage. I mean, we can get there. This Proto Beam and Proto Shield are kind of terrible. I'm sad I took them, actually. We don't need Artifact. Should have checked to see if I had lethal with Ritual Dagger. I don't think I did. That's fine, we'll wait, it'll come back around. There's our repulsors, finally. I say that, and I'm just not playing them so I can get some blocks, but all we need is like one good draw and you're dead. And if we don't get it, we can repulse. I mean, I think we have you. Don't have you? We don't have you? Alright, I will repulse. We'll have to wait a little while longer to kill you. But now we can actually dump your burns, my dazes, my slimes. My deck is just garbage. Build Sadness. Love the name of that card. Build Sadness. Yeah, Turbo Find and Replace is such a strong card because it quite literally is both a Seek and a Hologram at the same time. Man, that's good. Sure, you only get one card, but you get your best card. Vulnerability. I'll take it, it's upgraded. We're gonna need it, you know, in the deck at some point anyways, so. We're gonna go here, go to the shop. So let's jump now. I don't want to jump into this guy, but, you know, we're here. What a strange turn one, though. I mean, it is a pretty interesting turn one. I guess we'll repulse, defend, branch for block. Ink bottle's ready to pop. Try to see what we draw. Deal damage, deal damage. I'd like to get some block out of it. Stop giving me curses. I don't want a curse. 22 damage. All right, it's a little much, but I'll take it. I'll accept it. We do have a heal card in the deck somewhere. All right, now we can assembly. Fortify, yes. Dump it. Go to, why not? Compile next turn, draw one. I always thought it was this turn, draw one. If we play it, though, we can get to Philosophize. I don't want to scry this because it won't be scryable. But this allows us to draw. I don't want your curse. I would rather get hit. Ideally not for that much, but I'll do it. We've taken more damage on this guy than we have on most fights up to this point. Block, overheat, turbo, front line, find and replace. This is going to be a very interesting one. Turbo, find and replace, format. All right. Gain, what is this, 43 block? Hey, no curses. Thank you. Another turbo. I guess we'll probably just do the same thing again. $21 damage. Let's gain strength. Doing 21 damage. I guess I will, you know, I will get a card closer to compiling. Really though, I would love to just stall until we get back to Ritual Dagger, because at this point, you can't really kill me. I need to be able to put up some blocks, so you know what? We'll play this. Doing 10 damage and a debuff. I will end turn under the assumption that you're dead next turn. Let's go. Well, hold on. We want to compile, but we drew 2 voids. You know what? That's fine. Dun 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 dun. Dragon Flame, welcome, by the way. I'm gonna go to sleep. Food day, y'all. What? Good night. Thanks for being here. Robochop, poison. Choose an encoded card to return to your hand. It gains retain. Nah. Don't want them. We need to fight the shop. Well, we don't need to, but I'm going to fight the shop. At least we have a better chance of killing you now. And then honestly, I'm gonna play a potion to try to kill you faster. You know what? It's fine. Doing 20 damage. 20 freaking damage. I think we'll go with a... We'll go with a turbo. We need the energy. Then we're gonna go to Terminator. The Terminator. So we get a lot of draw. This fight's gonna be over in like 3 turns, so I don't think we need to play Repulsor. I'd rather play a reformat. We've got a lot of strength, decent decks. But this won't give us an energy refund, unfortunately. We'll only be able to play 1 copy, which means we will have 18 block. And then a copy is gonna go into our discard pile. I'd rather not do that. Maybe we just want to front load, then format, then we can, maybe we'll repulsor format, then we can purge if something gets added. We take 2 damage, we don't really care too much. Now we can do something like, this. This. My dude is taking a lot of damage. This is our last turn, though. Want to draw? Okay. I think we replicate, repair, play it. Oh, he's not dead! What are you gonna do? How can you possibly kill this guy? Ugh, 174 damage, pen nib. In hindsight, we didn't need the pen nib, but... Nah. 800 gold. Who needs 999 gold and 2 normality? The spoon. Cards get exhausted. We don't really exhaust any cards. Our cards all get encoded. So that's not what we want. We don't need a third repulsor. We don't need another format. Innate, encode a random card with encode. Bronze Orb is kind of okay, but I don't think we need it. Do Voodoo. I don't know if that gives you strength during Niao combat. It would be really cool if it did, but I don't know if it does. So maybe we just want energy, purge a strike. And then we can save our money for the next shop, but we should probably at least buy like a potion. Not a very good shop, I don't think. Let's go to the camp. Gain the dexterity. I think I will remove a strike. I want to keep these proto cards in my deck, and it's really funny because there's no reason to keep them, but in my head I'm thinking, well, I need to guild the cards. I need to unlock the border for the cards. No, that's wrong game. That's Monster Train. You don't need to have a card in your deck for it to show up in your logbook. It's already there. It's already in the card reliquary. Just in my head, I'm thinking about it very incorrectly. I will say, I do like this turn. Could be a little bit better, but I do like the turn. At least kills one of them. I hate a dagger living, but that's fine. That's a thick deck. I mean, we do have a thick deck. You're not wrong. 61 damage. Let's draw. Format. So it'll do 30 damage and give us 21 block. I'm gonna do it. Abe is the thick deck daddy. Thick decks are good, you know? A thick deck means you can play all your cards. Let's get Repulsor out. Let's get the other Repulsor out. And then let's turbo. I mean, we got so much we can do on this turn. It's insane. For instance, why don't we bring out another turbo? Well, we could bring this out. Doesn't really do that much damage though. I'd rather just bring out a turbo and then smack you and give you a little bit of armor on this turn. We get an artifact, which doesn't really matter at all now that I think about it. We can gain some strength and then we can do it again. Man, that's good. We gotta do it like this. We're on pen nib, so I do like just the idea of just killing you. Assembly doesn't scry anything, so let's not play that one. We have 0 cards in our draw pile. Dun, 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 dun. High vulnerability, do damage, gain block. Let's play this. This. We have exactly enough block. Da, 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 da. Crazy Mammal says, I love Monster Train, it looks so fun. I have freaking 350 runs of it up on YouTube, so if you like the game, check it out. It's a lot of fun. Gain a bunch of block, draw a bunch of cards. We have energy in hand? No. Ritual Dagger is coming up though, and you're not doing any damage. I will do this, and I will gain some strength. That would have been a very poor time to draw it. Dun 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 dun. There we go. Shuriken. It's a strength scaling card. I like it. Cultist Strike. Deal damage in code compile increases the card's damage by 1 permanently. Look, if it was earlier, this would be great. Innate. Whenever you draw a curse or status, gain temporary strength and dex. I understand it's a feature now. We're gonna gain constantly as a result of having that card. Now, what do we need? What would be the best thing in the deck? Terminator being free saves us a lot of energy. Fortify being better is better stats. In theory, though, we can gain Artifact. In fact, how does this upgrade? Block. In theory, we can gain Artifact and then keep our stats, but most often we'll be keeping Strength, I think, based off of how I think that works. Protopeme, it gets way better. It does get way better. I think we're going to... Well, we could either do that or remove a card. What would we remove? Replicate? I'm gonna upgrade Terminator. The fact that it's free now means I can have it in hand and still play it on the end of a card and, you know, have the energy to play another card. You're an impending doom hermit, so I'm probably just gonna, you know, play my repulsors and be fine. You're doing 20 damage. I've got block. So we're gonna play... Well, really, I need 1 more energy. We're gonna take a little tiny hit. Curse cards can now be played. It's a very good point. We're gonna start here, here. Can't, if I draw, I can probably compile a card. Let's do that. And I can. No, I can't. I don't have the energy for it. Well, still, that's fine. I don't even know what you do. You just, you deal with curses. I think we need to draw. Didn't really get what I wanted. Let's add 5. So I think we just format and then play format. This is a very slow start. You know what? If I play this, I can do 13 damage to him. Now, I really wanted to play Overheat as well, but that's fine. Find and replace. So now we can maybe get something happening here. What would we like to find and replace? Max output, fortify, assembly is the big one. Have you seen our draw pile? Our draw pile is insanely thick of good stuff. Like fortify, 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 and validate. You know what, we should... It doesn't matter. Yeah, we'll do it like this. So we're about to gain 8 dexterity. It's pretty good. Let's make you vulnerable, and then I will hit you. We gain a buttload of block. 26. We're gonna take 2 damage. You know what? Let's take none, and then also start gaining artifacts. And then... Find and replace. Do we want like a turbo? You know what? My max output might draw us turbo, but we're gonna draw this next turn anyways. Although if we max output, maybe we can draw Turbo and Repulsor. You know what? I think we should get max output. We literally got what I wanted too. Turbo, Repulsor. And I'm actually just gonna overheat, I think. Build up the ability to block. And we're gaining temporary stats. It's a little, yeah, take 13 damage. It's a little awkward, but any stat gain is fine. I mean, we're 9 strength, 9 dex up. These, well, I mean, I don't know what's happening. I just gained 4 temporary stats because I discarded cards, gained a status, and then have a curse in my hand? What? What is the name of the card? Finish? No. Fortify. The 3 decks. It's doing magnificent. Now we're on Pen Nib. So this will do 75 damage and gain 50 block. Oh, it's pretty good. Yeah, we'll do that. And by the way, the artifact, I think it's gonna keep our strength since we gained artifact by playing the card. So that's pretty fun. Yep. So we're 14 strength up. So there's more temporary stats. I really want Niao to give me curses. We can handle the curses very easily. We have a surprisingly good deck for that purpose. We're gonna Turbo. We're going to Overheat. I'm going to gain. You want to gain more strength? Why not? We can Terminate. We can gain 2 strength. I am thinking about Ritual Dagger. Like, I'm pretty sure we can kill you with a Ritual Dagger. Especially now that you're vulnerable and... I mean, we are guaranteed to draw it, actually. Let's increment Ink Bottle. And let's increment Ink Bottle even more. He really just weakened himself on a turn and did nothing else. Doesn't seem like... just stats. Doesn't seem like a good idea from him. Alright, we've broken the keys. Let's go to Act 4. And immediately jump into another fight, but we still have potions. So there's some curses. Are we fighting the Hermit? I hate fighting the Silent because Silent is thorns in this guy. I would honestly prefer Ironclad than Silent, maybe even Watcher, although, you know, it's a lot of block, but we can create a lot of block. Let's gain more stats. I think that's a good time to use the potion because it's gonna be a hard fight. I mean, we are taking literally 45 damage on turn 1. Not even the heart does that. I'm gonna pop a potion. Boss cards to add to your hand. Muddle. Regen. You would die or at the end of combat heal. Requires block. We don't have any. Well, we have enough, but it doesn't really do that much damage. It's gonna be 16. But it's better than this, because this causes you to lose energy next turn. So, not a very good set of potions, but do this, and then defend. Oh, we did get a card, but we gotta play Repulsor. That's fine damage, not really what I liked to have or wanted to have. We try to muddle into a block, I guess. We got both! What? Alright, that was highly unexpected. We also played our cards in the wrong order, I think, but that's fine. Dun, 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 dun. We also got Turbo. which is beautiful. Let us assembly. Dump it. Don't have protection. Give enemies strength. Don't have protection. We can play Invalidate to complete the card. Then we can play Constructor. I kind of think that's all I want to play on this turn. You're buffing. You're probably going to add curses to my deck. Ironclad does the most damage, but he also has the most health on this turn. We're gonna hit this guy. Go ahead and draw some more cards. Gain strength thanks to Shuriken. And then you know what? Give me a format. He's dead. That's a really nice... a bit of progress, killing one of them on the second turn. Temporary stats are starting to be temporary. We do want bronze armor. Can we get a Terminator? Dude, Terminator bronze armor with these temporary stats would be insanely great. But we got a lot of damage coming in. So I do look at this as a find and replace for our Clean Fragment F. Great name for a card. So you are doing 24, 33 damage. We have 33 block already. Transform cards in hand to statuses, gain a slime. We'll probably play this one. Just play now. I'll play this, play this. Could have played him in a different order, but enemies gaining 12 block doesn't matter. You know, when Yao has 750 HP, what is 12 block? What it is nothing. By the way. Ritual Dagger seems fantastic. Go ahead, give me 2 artifacts. Repulse, Construct. You're not lasting this, very long silent. You're gonna be dead pretty soon. You're not even doing anything. You're not even doing anything. I'm not gonna muddle. I'll pay for the play there. Meow is still very tough, and the thorns are going to be very annoying, but at least we can handle the curses for the most part. Which, oh my god, 5 temporary stats. Pretty good. Yeah, I'm happy with that. You have intangibility for 2 turns? That's right, you played your form card. So really, we just need block. I mean, it's a lot of block. It's a lot of block. 120 block. A defend is worth 25 block. Might as well give you the compile error and then put up 145 block. Connie says it would be cool if you get the broken tooth, or 3 strength for the tooth. We'll get 1. What is happening? We'll at least get 1, which is nice. Did we really draw 2 statuses, exhaust them, and then draw 3 statuses? Why do I have a burn plus in my deck? How did that get there? Well, it doesn't matter because we still have enough block. It's just absurd. Actually, we're gonna take damage. We're gonna take 5. 2? Yeah, that's what I meant. Smoggishly Smog. Welcome, how's it going? I'm beginning to see the value of the bug build. I have 8 temporary stats, and I'm gonna keep both of those stats because now I have 2 artifact. This is weird, and also really cool, and also really fun, and I like this character. Anyways, you're dead. This is just like the fun character to play as. Start with 2 metallicize, sure. Increase all numbers on encoded cards by 1, except cost. You know what? Sure. Give me 4 artifact. Also, it says play twice, but twice is written twice, so I don't think we can make it play 4 times. So this is 13 health. Encode a copy of the first encodable card you play each combat is really cool. I think that's worth it. And then I think we'll just purge. It's tempting to purge a defend. What do we not need? What do we not play? I don't think we need 3 constructors, but it is literally better than a defend, so I will actually just remove a defend. There you go. Smuggishly Smog says, the Guardian is my favorite to run with. Guardian's fun, but Automaton is a freaking blast. I do love this character. I've had so much fun with him. So, we have one more thing to do. Remove or upgrade. Draw 2 from go 2. It's either that or removal, so I think I'm just gonna remove. I'm gonna remove a constructor. My thin 31 card deck. Disposable says I like the Hexaghost, not because he's the best, but I like the mechanic. I don't, because it makes the run take like a million years, actually. Yes. 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 To get Null Pointer immediately with Cable Spoon and the Overheat in hand is maybe just the best luck you can get. Wait, function is unplayable? Did the mod get an update since I last played? Here's what I'm just confused with. The last time I played as this character, when I doubled encode, the compile error didn't get included if the first one didn't have a compile error. So I'm gonna be honest, I legitimately thought that the second one wouldn't have it, because I played this character previously, and whenever I had one compile error protection, it counted for any multiples that were added to cards. So I think I'm just gonna play this to see. Yeah, it is unplayable. You can check the first time I played this character, this would have been unplayable. I think, right? I don't know. It doesn't matter. We don't need that card. I feel like I got a little bit screwed there though. 24. All right, we will assembly, and then possibly find and replace a turbo, but let's see. What do we need? Expensive cards, so... just this, and then this. Feels like a very good opening turn here. We're also about to draw. It's a lot of block, draw card, and vulnerability. Yeah, I think we are gonna get turbo. Never mind. Increase all numbers on encoded cards by 1 except cost. We'll save that for later. So what do we want on this turn? Find and replace. A power would be really nice, like max output. You know what? If we need draw, that's how you get your draw. Goodbye, flawed. Hello, temporary stats. Hello, stats. And then... we don't have compile error protection, but we can play a fortify and a wall. Pendant. Maybe you've done this a little bit incorrectly, but we'll just do it like this. Dun, 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 dun. Dun dun. Bubonic Lettuce says, despite loathing this character, he does have a pretty silly design. He looks so impatient and cross. He is like, oh, I gotta fight the damn whale again. We're whalers of the... So we absolutely want artifact ×2. It's a great card. In fact, we can fine-tune it and gain 4 artifact. We need block. Here's what I think we should do. I think we should draw a good card. Maybe running wrench? And then we're gonna make them better. Maybe play this to add it as an encoded card. And then play this. Nope, that's not how that works. I see, I thought it would add it to encoded cards as in encoded cards in the functions. No, it only added it to encoded cards up here. Okay, so I had that card mistaken. There's a power that does something similar, but it does it to functions when you draw them every turn. I thought that card was that power, but only a one-time use only thing. It's not how it works. That's fine, you know, we learned our lesson there, hopefully. So what I will do is do this. Purge that, and that's a very bad turn to get that. 27. We actually do have enough block, so why don't we gain lots of artifact to keep our stats. So we're gonna keep the 4 strength and the 5 dex. Yeah, like, I understand it. Because the encoded card... an encoded card only exists in these 3 slots. Once it's encoded, it becomes a function. The function doesn't have 3 encoded cards into it. The function just has the text from the encoded cards onto it. The compiled text from the... yeah. That. Whatever. We're gonna crush this guy anyways. 16 dex up, 9 strength up. He finally got his first buff. Goodbye, days. Hello, 4 of each stats. Do we have artifact in hand? No. But that's fine. We have 4 energy. Here's the thing. We don't need Constructor to increase its block by 7. I really think this should be affected by Dex twice, but it's not. But we don't need 34 block. 27 block is good enough. We'll put it in hand. Make you vulnerable. And then I'll hit you. And then I'll hit you. I really do wish that we had a... You know what? I can't play you. I really do wish we had Blur. There's a card that has Blur in Automaton. It's fine. Okay. Well, I guess we can do this. This gain block, and I will hit you for the double artifact. We don't need to play the slimes, they'll get exhausted on their own. So we're 21 dex up and 16 strength up. Couldn't get rid of Bewildered, could you? This retains, we'll keep it. This doesn't, we'll play it. I love having a 1-cost card that gives you like 60 damage and 60 block. Holy temp stats. It's actually so good. Lots of artifact, yes, but first. This. Really? You gotta do it now. We're still taking no damage, so give me the artifact. That's what a terrible turn to have that show up on. Actually, we are gonna take damage now because I took damage from thorns, but The curses are the worst part about this fight, though. Especially that muddled one, because it's like, hey, you have a cheap deck, spend 2 energy to keep it that way. Okay. I expected to get the block first, but that's fine. We'll just pop a potion. You know what? I actually can't kill you on this turn, which is kind of funny. But you will die. In fact, you're gonna die right now. It was a fun run. I've learned how the status artifact build kind of helps it work there. What was that? Well, let's finish this first. But what was that card? It was uncommon, right? That you gain temporary stats. That's really good. It's really good. And considering the Hermit, the Ironclad that gives you statuses, and Niao giving you curses, well, when you have the Hermit. Well, it does it by default, and then also as the Hermit. Being able to get free stats off of those is beautiful. Scry 4. Exhaust all cards discarded. Gain block for each status card discarded. At the start of each turn, gain a minor beam, which is just... it's just a shiv. Infinite beams. Infinite loop. Deal damage in code. Compile. Gain a copy of this and increase its damage by 2. So you can keep making better attack cards by... it'll do 6, then 8, then 10, as it gets encoded each time. But I see one problem with this, which is that, okay, so you play it, you do damage, it costs you 1 energy, you encode it as a card, then you have to play the function. Actually, you don't have to play the function, but you get infinite loop in your hand and you have to play it for energy again. So it's just a little expensive. Might be a little bit expensive. Yes, let me get through this. But yeah, the artifact card and the card that gives you temporary stats, those are uncommon, I think, right? It's a feature, uncommon power, and then bronze armor, an uncommon skill. So you can use the artifact here in order to keep the bonuses that you get from It's a Feature, and It's a Feature combined with Repulsor, there's a little bit of a synergy there where when you draw a status, it exhausts, you draw another card, and if that card is a status, then you have an additional temporary stat from this. And there's a lot of multi-hitting cards in the Automaton's deck because all of your functions are going to be multi-hitting. You know, if you have 3 attacks, that's 3 hits. So, Proto Beam and Proto Shield, I think, were trash. I mean, that is pretty much what it is, except it's wooden. What about Proto Beam? I love beta art in this game. It's pretty good. I think those were trash, but Ritual Dagger on the other hand. I don't think that's how that works, but good card. Anyways, that was a fun deck. I love playing as the Automaton. The whole function mechanic is honestly a blast to play with. Straight up made in Paint. MS Paint. For those of you on YouTube, thank you very much for watching. Like the video if you've enjoyed it, subscribe for more, check me out on Twitch for when I go live, support the channel, any of the links below in the video description, and I hope to see you here again for the next run of Slay the Spire.